So, okay, and then,
So in 7th grade, we had to take a geography test. And I liked geography, so I passed real easily.
yeah,
And then in 8th grade, we had 4 subjects we had to pass. And they were pretty hard for us country kids, I think.
yeah,
Because we probably didn't get as good at schooling as the town kids. Just do your study in. And in grade school, you know, the teacher would be working with another class, and you'd learn from the other classes too, you know.
yeah.
So, and sometimes you'd have to help the younger ones with their studies. So,
What about in high school? Were there sports or music?
yeah, they had, the first year I was in high school, they had basketball for girls.
Oh, really?
And then they changed it, and they wouldn't allow girls basketball anymore. They thought it was too rough a sport for
Okay.
girls. And we had Phi-Ed, and it wasn't like they have now.
How many kids were in the class, your country class?
There was 3 in
Wow.
our class in 8th grade. In the lower grades, I think we had a few more. But we had, the teacher had to teach all 8th grades, you know.
Oh, wow.
So it was a pretty big job for her.
Did you have homework?
And, you know, the teachers had to come to school and make fire in the stove when it was cold, and see that there was drinking water. We had a big jug, and usually we had a dipper, and us kids drank from the same dippers.
Yeah.
And we brought our own lunches in syrup pails. And,
Your own lunches and what?
pardon?
You had to bring your own lunches and what?
To school,
Okay. Oh, in your pails or something? So
Yeah, we carried it, we used to get syrup in half-gallon cans,
Oh,
and that had a handle on them. So that was our school bucket.
yeah. Did you usually have sandwiches or what sort
Yeah,
of?
we used to have
Yeah.
sandwiches and cookies and maybe a little fruit.
Okay. Did you have homework too?
Yeah, we had homework. And the interesting thing about that is we had kerosene lamps to study by, and in the winter it got dark pretty early, you know, and we'd
Yes.
barely get home from school and it was getting dark, so we had to study by those old kerosene lamps. And in the later years we got gas lanterns, and those were nice. A little more light. But
Did you ever tip over a kerosene light or
No.
come close to it?
we were pretty careful with our lamps.
Yeah,
We'd had one fire, you know, so
right.
I think we were probably more careful than most kids. But, and those kerosene lamps would get pretty dirty. Every day we'd have to wash the chimney,
Oh,
because it gets sooty,
so,
you know.
yeah.
I guess probably the biggest thing that I learned from our parents was hard work. Always taught us how to work, so I've never been afraid of any work. I always said, Gary, that the reason I got into all these things in high school too was because I had hayseed in my hair and manure between my toes.
Oh,
So that was one of the reasons I wanted to take everything and anything I could to advance myself. And likewise, then when I started at IBM, I went to modeling school at night and then eventually was teaching that. But probably one of the most exciting things that I had done was got the first IBM Means Service Award at our office and in the region, and actually had received 4 over my tenure before I was promoted from Des Moines. And they were based upon customer satisfaction, of course, and job performance. And the 4th one that I received was one of 3 IBM internationally. So that was kind of exciting.
let me ask this. What's the first, how old were you?
Huh?
How old were you the first time you ever got drunk or had liquor or
Well,
had a
me?
cigarette? Yeah.
God, I don't know.
You don't remember the first time you ever got drunk and got with your buddies and
Well, I can remember we had hired men, and old Art Shaft was on that stutter when he'd get drunk. No, he'd stutter, but when he got drunk, why he wouldn't stutter. So Robert Waltz and I, we always wanted to get him to take a drink, because he liked beer, you know.
Yeah.
And then, so we made some beer out there right along. And pretty soon he started stuttering, and Wally and I and Robert get the kick out of it. Well, why don't you talk decent? We would give him hell, you know. But that's some of the things that happen, you know.
you ever try a cigarette or chewing tobacco?
Oh, hell, I never touched that damn stuff.
No,
Or snuff,
no.
mainly stuff.
My dad
But
said,
everybody used to have snuff or something.
really?
God, I don't know. No, I never did smoke. Really, well, in the service once, well, I'd take one, but never enjoyed me, made anything for me.
Yeah, yeah.
So but God, I can remember that Nikolai there.
How old were you at that time?
Well, I was,
Here we are. Interview here with BT. How old are you, BT?
hold on,
Huh?
hey,
How old are you?
how old am I? I wish I knew. I was born in 1918. Now, what would that put pretty close to 100?
Yeah? Did you want to be close to your mom when you were born?
Yes. Yeah, we were born in our old little farm out there.
Yeah?
Francis and I. Well, I think all the kids were born there. No, one wasn't, Sheila. No, Bev.
Bev.
Yeah, Bev.
Yeah.
Little fart.
Yeah?
She's did pretty good in her business.
Yeah, she did.
And down there at Alexandra, and so she wanted us to come down in a week. We went down there quite a few times.
Yeah.
Our whole family.
Yeah.
And then her husband, he was a nice guy.
Bill?
He was in the service also.
Bill Bales.
Bill Bales, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.